I've got Brad Sundberg on the phone with me now. He worked with Michael across an 18-year span as his technical director, both on his albums and in personal projects, including Neverland Valley Ranch. He currently is running a travelling seminar called In the Studio with MJ. Brad, in Wade's lawsuit against the Jackson estate, he mentions that some of the abuse took place at a recording studio named Record One. He said Michael had a sort of green room and that the abuse went on in there. Now, you were at the studio every day with Michael. What are your thoughts on these claims?
Well, Michael did have what we call the private lounge. Whenever you work with an artist of any magnitude, they usually have a lounge where they can go and take a meeting, grab a phone call, grab a nap, watch TV, whatever they want to do. The studio was very closed. Nobody came into the studio really without a reason for being there. So it wasn't like Michael had guests there every day. I mean, the guests were actually pretty infrequent. The perception that Michael always had kids there, kids and chimps and, clowns juggling bowling pins, just there's really no validity to that. We were working.
So you don't believe any of the claims that the abuse happened in the studio?
Let me pull you back and do a bit of a big picture. Number one, I'm a dad. At that point, I had 2 daughters. I've worked with kids in my church for years. I'm very aware of kids. Not in a million years did I ever see a child around Michael Jackson that looked like they had been distressed, hurt, abused. I can't, put my hand on a Bible and say, absolutely nothing happened in that room. It's just, there weren't that many instances. I remember seeing Wade once or twice at the studio. It was not a regular occurrence at all. And there wasn't a sense of wrongdoing or, oh my goodness, what's going on?
Brad, you played a very large part in Michael's vision that was Neverland Valley Ranch. Michael brought you in to design the music and video systems throughout the ranch. There aren't that many people that got to see, I guess, Neverland as thoroughly as you did. So these rumours of, Neverland being some sort of house of horrors and a place to lure children, what are your thoughts on that?
If you hear a chuckle in my voice, it's just out of sheer frustration. Neverland was unbelievable. It was such a peaceful, safe, fun place designed very specifically for kids that were underprivileged or burn victims or sick kids, Make-A-Wish kids. Yes, I have literally been in every corner, every closet. I kind of joke with people good-naturedly that I've literally been under Michael Jackson's bed, just pulling speaker wires. I mean, there was that level of trust. Was there a lock on Michael's bedroom? Yeah, it's his bedroom. I have a lock on my bedroom. If I was there to work, it's not like there were people telling me, oh, Brad, you can't open that drawer, you can't open that closet, you can't go. There was none of that. There was nothing that even hinted at, oh, wow, what is this guy into?
Right.
At Michael's, it was Shirley Temple and Disney music. And it really was. That's what the guy dug.
Brad, now I read that you helped put a youth worker in prison after you learned that they were harming children. If you had any suspicions of Michael, would you have, I guess, reacted the same way?
Yeah, I was in a completely different situation where somebody that I knew and somebody that I was close with actually was harming children. And I immediately, for lack of a better word, turned on that gentleman. And it's not something I dwell on, not something I talk about very much. But when somebody wants to throw it in my face that, well, Brad's just protecting his friend or whatever, no, that's not how I'm wired. I will take anybody down that harms a child